Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Here in part 2, we're going to be exploring the Destiny Islands, and we're going to be showing you all the things that you can do on this island, plus the things that you absolutely have to do on this island. Hopefully, I remember enough of them to do them all in a single try. I'm especially worried about the race that's going to be happening later, because I don't have a great track record with some of the jumps in that race in particular. But anyway, Destiny Islands is the first official world of the game after you do the Awakening series, and it's pretty simple. It's mostly just a couple of fetch quests as well as some mini-games. The fetch quests are really the big things you have to do, and you do have to participate in a single mini-game, one that doesn't matter whether or not you win or lose. It's just gonna, let you pick a name for your ship or for your raft when you actually go to leave the island. So the only main goal of this first day is we have to collect a few items in order to build the raft. There's 2 logs, there's a rope, and there's a cloth. So the first log was right there, right as we left the little shack right there. There's another log over here on the island with Riku sitting on the tree. We'll be back to this island a little bit later. There we go. Now, before we go and actually collect the other 2 items, one of which is up that series of ladders and platforms, the other one which is over by Tidus, we want to start exploring one of the game's first, little mini-games that you have. And that's so you can actually gain some experience points before going out into the rest of the game by fighting some of the people on the island. You can fight Riku over here, who'd technically be considered the toughest. You can fight Wako there over on the beach. You can fight Selphie, who's over on the dock, and then Tidus on the far end, which is where the rope is going to be in order to get the last item to finish the raft. Now, Riku is technically considered to be the toughest fight of the bunch. However, we're going to fight him first since we did just pick up the log right here. And we want to end at Tidus in order to get all of these challenges out of the way. So just consider these as opportunities to practice your combat as well as gain a little bit of experience points along the way. Now, Riku's biggest thing is that every 4 hits, he's going to do a counterattack. And that counterattack is a kick that he does off the ground. And that kick, it does critical damage every time if I'm not mistaken, which means getting hit by it is really, really bad. I like to chain together jump attacks on Riku. He just doesn't seem to respond well to them, even if he does maybe get a counterattack or an aerial attack. Sometimes he does this little counterattack thing that he's going to do right here, which doesn't really matter. You can just stand at this distance if you don't want to deal with it. You can also just attack him 3 times and then he'll counterattack you. See? And then you can just jump out of the way of that too. See? That kick is the only thing that does quite a bit of damage. Now, one thing you do have to be careful of, and I almost did it there, is if you jump off, it's considered a forfeit. So we don't want to jump off, which is kind of dangerous to be over here in the corner because of that. But you can see that it just jump attacks. Riku just does not do well against jump attacks, which is ironic because he does spend a lot of time in the air in this fight, actually. There you go. Should almost be dead. There you go. Oh, look at that. We even got a level up from it. So yeah, Riku, jump attacks. I said he is technically supposed to be the hardest opponent on the island. It's a very big technicality. I only beat him once for that little potion. I feel like beating him a couple more times has more items that I can get. But I generally don't do it. It's been a while. I mostly actually skip these on my own playthroughs. I don't actually fight these guys anymore. I don't need the practice in the combat, and I also don't need the potion plus 5 EXP. You can get more EXP from Riku. If you actually counter or parry his attacks, you get 2 tech points every time. It's not bad, but if I really want tech points, my boy Waka here is the one that I'm going to be coming to. So Waka is going to be the first of the 3 Final Fantasy characters that we're going to be tackling on the island. And he was always my favorite one to level up off of when I was young. When I first picked the game up, the non-Final Mix version on PlayStation 2. And the big reason is he spends a lot of time throwing blitz balls at you, and that was a terrible example of, alright, 0 for 2 somehow. Throw another one at me, because I'm doing this poorly. You can actually, time your... What's happening? Come on, I couldn't have gotten this bad at counterattacking these things. Well, you can actually get that one, too. Come on. There you go. So you can see you get a tech point every... Okay, I didn't want to do that attack. You get a tech point every time you counter. There we go. I got back in the rhythm. Now, if you actually hit him with the blitz ball, it'll also stun him. But for me, this is the most important thing for a different reason. I'm actually afraid... He actually has an attack I really hate dealing with. That attack right there. I'm actually afraid of getting KO'd here, which it's fine. If it happens, it happens. I think you can actually chain those jump attacks together like you can on Riku, and he actually gets a little stun locked from it. I don't remember if he like automatically counters, but I think as long as you jump over it afterwards, you can chain him endlessly, and then you never have to worry about anything here. That's the easiest one to counterattack right there. You just have to be careful you don't accidentally go out into the water. Keeping him on the edge here makes it a little bit easier to do the chain jump attacks, especially after he does that. You just gotta make sure whenever you see him winding up for the other attack, that you actually do kind of like a high jump around him. Because otherwise he is very likely to just turn around and hit you like that. See, it does quite a bit of damage. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually just lands one hit right here and then just ends me. Considering how many of those blitz balls I missed at the beginning, I kind of deserve it. Especially because I'm actually missing a lot of these really easy attacks, too. Ooh, I actually landed a tech hit. So when he's actually knocked out like this, you can just keep countering his blitz balls. There you go. That wasn't too bad. Once I stopped missing the blitz ball counters, that is. It's not too bad. It's honestly, that spinning attack is the scariest thing, but he's actually a great fight to get used to practicing parry timing. Just getting used to blocking or deflecting projectiles. But more importantly, I want you to be good at that skill for a fight we're going to do later. There's actually only one fight on this island that, without my practice, I fully expect to actually lose to. And if I lose to it, whatever, it's going to be in the video. But after we beat Selphie, we can go fight Tidus, and then you'll get to see what it is I'm talking about. So Selphie actually runs around a lot, so this whole jump to stun thing, it works pretty well on all of them. Selphie I always have trouble with. For some reason, I think she's a smaller target than the rest of them. She always tends to get to the side. Maybe I'm just more afraid of the whip than I am of anything else. She also has a bad tendency to just straight up fall down like that. Now, Selphie's most annoying attack is one where she'll actually kind of chase you with it and swing it around. But it's also one of the easiest attacks to parry in the game, so it's also not a bad attack to practice parrying against. So you can see, like, I always jump over her. It's like I'm too far away. But with Waka, he's like a little taller, I feel. There you go. These jump attacks are really good to get used to. Even though I'm just doing the single attack, doing a double attack and landing at the right time is also really, really effective. And then finally, we have Tidus over here. Now, after we beat Tidus, we're actually going to get the option to face all three of them at the same time. That's the only fight on this island that I sometimes screw up on, because at this point, you don't really have a lot of options in terms of how to deal with multiple opponents at the same time. But while we're over here talking to Tidus, make sure to get the rope. We still need to get the cloth. It's actually up there in that room, in the little hut on the side of the tree. But first, we're already here.
Sora, you feel lucky today?
I do feel lucky today. You're also not Tidus' voice actor. Tidus is, I think, the easiest one overall. He's the least threatening to just straight up fight. Like, I don't even have to do any, like air trickery or whatnot. Pretty much every time you land a 3-part combo, as long as you stay about this distance, he does a backflip, then a vertical swing, and then you just punish it. It's not the fastest way to kill him, and it doesn't earn you any tech points, but, I mean, if you're just looking to beat them all once, the finisher damage will pretty much make this go really quick. I think he'll have one more combo in him at most. Yep, I was right. I knew he had like 5 or 6 full combos, and no matter what, that was it. Now, once you've beaten all 3 of them, now we can ask them to challenge 3 against 1. So for this fight, it's actually incredibly obnoxious. All 3 of the things that were super easy about them are all really annoying when you have to do them all at the same time. One of the most annoying being, whenever you hear Selphie say, "Get ready," this is the attack she does where she swings it around. That's the attack where I want to always go and counter. But if you can line them up, you can actually knock Waka's blitz balls into the other ones. As you can see, I somehow have gotten worse at this. So if you do it correct, you can actually have Waka stun everyone for you. Or you could just keep stunning Selphie and then eventually finish dealing with her, since she'll separate herself from the others. Tidus also has a habit of just getting, like, kind of like wins himself from running around so much. Yeah, see? That was just for me losing target. Like, I'm gonna lose this one. Like, because when Selphie goes to get me here, I'm probably gonna get hit by Tidus. Ooh, I actually didn't. I'm very surprised I didn't get hit by Tidus there. Alright, I don't need to target that. When Tidus loses aggro on you is when it's usually best to just go ham. But it sucks not having all three of them on one side, because like I said, you can just straight up parry them, and then that makes it. So he does this part right here. Oh, no, never mind. That wasn't it. Yeah. So, like I said, I actually fully expected. I'm actually going to give that another try, because I know one way that I used to do this is I used to line them all up, and then I would just knock Wakka's Blitzball into one of them. And when you do that, you can actually, they actually stay stunned for like a really long period of time. Also, I think if you start with the shield, you technically start with, I think you can get guard at this point. I think you have to be level 6, which takes quite a bit of grinding, and I would not recommend it. I'm trying to get Wakka to line it up properly. That's actually the best Blitzball to try and counter, too, the one that I just didn't counter right there. Pretty sure that's the best one. Yeah, see, I can't get target back on Wakka. There you go. Yeah, well, that gets him, but there's one that's, like, way easier. And also, when he's winded like that, as you can see, he kind of just throws them all over the place. Oop, see? I'm just taking it nice and slow. There you go. I am ready. See, I knew there was like a really easy... Oh, no, that was me. Oh, well, I actually parried it, so... Just gotta listen for that get ready. Because parrying that... It's also some decent tech points, but... I have to be a little more careful. Oh, that's bad. I actually really needed that. Nope. Oh, man, that did a lot more damage. I will give it one more. I felt pretty good about that one. I'm never very well prepared for this, because you just have so little to deal with, and you don't want to waste items on this fight. They don't have that much health. It's just... you don't really have much in the way of movement options yet. So we're actually going to take care of Wakka first. Although I think Selfie's probably the one with the least health. I feel like Wakka... Oh, come on. There you go. Now, if you're doing it correctly, I wouldn't have to kill Wakka first. Because I'd actually be... I'd actually be able to use Wakka's Blitzballs to... land stuns, but I'm not doing it correctly. I haven't lined it up correctly once, so... There you go. We're just gonna treat Wakka like normal. Also, that attack that he has right there is like the most damaging attack. There you go. I haven't got a level up. It's too bad it's not a strength level up. Oof. Now, one thing you really have to get used to in Kingdom Hearts is the ever so lovely sound of the low health sound. I think at this point, it's probably easiest to deal with Selfie next. It's just that she runs around so much. She's really easy to counter, but she just runs around constantly. Tidus is actually the most annoying one, too, because he just never stops. See? Might actually use an item just so I can beat this. I got one potion. Why not? As you can see, only helps so much. You really shouldn't need a potion. If you're playing on anything but Proud, you'll probably just roll over. What the heck? Oh, all of a sudden, getting hit a ton. I use one potion, and all of a sudden, get hit a million times. Now, like I said, if you can hit him 3 times, he does that vertical attack, which is really easy to get away from. Oh, I'm actually amazed I had iframes during that. Come back here, selfie. This is the loop I wanted. That loop is the loop I've been trying to do this whole time. Where you just literally just constantly do that. And you just bonk her on the head a bunch of times. She just runs around constantly. Actually, I have the time to get a full combo on her and get some finisher damage. If you just bait enough of his attacks out, too. Okay, I don't know how that didn't end in a parry, but I'm okay with that. I just walked into that. See, he gets really upset when you just constantly dodge him. So you just constantly dodge in. He occasionally takes some time out of his busy schedule to get like, oh. Sir. See, he just gets really upset. He's also still really annoying, mostly because I just want to take her out. I hit her by accident. Well, at this point, it's just the same thing we did before. Really shouldn't have to use a potion for this. But, whatever. I did. It's on video. I should have really maybe practiced the blitzball strategy, where you just deflect the blitzballs back at all of them to stun them all, but whatever, we gotta win. Well, you wouldn't have lost. I got the potion back anyway, so we're good. Just for sake of beating them once. I had to punish them a little bit. Alright, and from this point on, the only deaths we'll have will probably be more reasonable ones. Although, to be fair, that's not really so much a death as it is, these three guys are really wailing on me that early in the game, huh? And if you're not on Proud, you'll probably just spam the X button and they'll all die. Just being honest, if you're not on Proud, that'll probably be what happens. Especially if you end up on Beginner. Alright, so now that we have all the items, by the way, we went and grabbed the cloth up there real quick while I was talking. And trying to defend my pride. We come over here and we talk to Kairu. She'll be like, oh, you already got everything? Awesome. We get a high potion. Tell her we want to go home. We'll finish it up tomorrow. And I'm going to shut my mouth for the cutscene.
So, Kyrie's home is out there somewhere, right?
Could be. We'll never know by staying here.
But how far could a raft take us?
Who knows? If we have to, we'll think of something else.
So, suppose you get to another world. What would you do there?
Well, I haven't really thought about it. It's just, I've always wondered why we're here, on this island. If there are any other worlds out there, why did we end up on this one? And suppose there are other worlds. Then ours is just a little piece of something much greater. So, we could have just as easily ended up somewhere else, right?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's why we need to go out there and find out. Just sitting here won't change a thing. It's the same old stuff. So let's go.
You've been thinking a lot lately, haven't you?
Thanks to you. If you hadn't come here, I probably would have never thought of any of this. Kari, thanks.
You're welcome.
Sora! You wanted one, didn't you?
A Palpu fruit?
If two people share one, their destinies become intertwined. They'll remain a part of each other's lives, no matter what. Come on, I know you want to try it.
What are you talking?
Your Majesty. It's nice to see you this month. What? Welcome to King. Welcome. This is serious.
Hey there, Donald. Good
We
morning.
got a problem, Dookie. But don't tell anyone.
Oh, Queen Minnie?
Not even the Queen.
Daisy?
No! It's top secret.
Oh, good morning, ladies.
What?
And with that, we come to Destiny Island Day 2. Now, on this day, we're specifically going to be getting food and supplies ready for our long trip on our
We are
raft.
gonna do a little exploring today. You know, to the secret place at the base of that tree.
It doesn't look that secret.
Something there, yeah?
Yeah, it's not that hard to... It's a cave. You know, it's a cave. Now, keep in mind, if you didn't challenge them on day 1, you can just go ahead and challenge them on day 2. They'll also teach you a couple of things here. Hit a moving target, you gotta lock on. So you can see Tidus is over there on the island now, Selfie's over there, and Waka's right here. So specifically, we have to get a bunch of food. However, one of the things we actually need is fresh spring water, and we're not going to be able to do that until we actually go to Kyrie and get a bottle. And I can hear my cat asking me to open the door. So one of the items we're going to need is actually in the secret place. Don't remember if it, if it's here before I activate a cutscene a little bit later on. Yeah, there's a mushroom. I think as soon as I get this mushroom, I get a cutscene. Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Wha Who's there?
I've come to see the door to this world.
Huh?
This world has been connected.
Well, what are you talking about?
Tied to the darkness. Soon to be completely eclipsed.
Well, whoever you are, stop freaking me out like this. Huh? Well, where did you come from?
You do not yet know what lies beyond the door.
So you're from another world.
There is so very much to learn. You understand so little.
Oh yeah? Well, you'll see. I'm gonna get out and learn what's out there.
A meaningless effort. One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
So when you actually get this cutscene, at some point you have to come get that mushroom, and you can do it at any point. You don't have to do it right at the beginning of the island like I just did. Especially because you have to come back this way to get the fresh spring water anyway. Alright, so with that, one of the other items we are going to need is up here. You can already see the egg up top right there. There we go. The seagull egg. So I believe we need a total of 3 mushrooms. We need fish. Can I catch the fish without talking to Kyrie? Let's find out. It's the mushrooms. I don't exactly remember where they are off the top of my head. Let's see. Fish, fish, fish. There's a fish. Need 3 fish. 2 fish. Is it 2 fish? 3 fish? Maybe it's only 2 fish. It's been a while. Oh, no, there's the 3rd fish. And fish number 3. So we got all those. Now, as you can see, that wasn't even open last time. That is now open because I can go to the other side of the island. And I'm going to have to, so. Just making sure. Oh, wait. How would a mushroom grow up here? Well, just never mind me then. So I think you can make this. Yeah, you can just make this jump. This goes over to the cove side of things. Now, we are also going to need some coconuts. And specifically, as you hit these trees, different color coconuts will fall. So these color coconuts, we don't want those color coconuts. We have to keep hitting the tree until we get a brighter coconut. That one. I think we need 2. So you just got to hit these until you eventually get 2 of the right ones. They disappear relatively quick. Sometimes I like to... Oh, there's the second one. There should also be a mushroom here, and then I think there's one at the base of the tower that's on the other side of this thing. Now, there's one other thing that you probably want to do here. You want to pick this up. Don't destroy this. There's actually a treasure chest up there that you can see. So what we want to do is we want to just put that down right there. Jump up, grab the ledge. Free item. It's a protect chain. Now, this is going to come in handy very quickly because getting extra defense, even just 1 extra point early on, I mean, can't hurt. Extra defense is extra defense, you know? And there's the last mushroom we need. I think those are all the things we need other than the spring water. So let's go talk to Kyrie real quick. And then we have to go to the other side of the island anyway to get that spring water. Have you seen Riku? You need to give me the thing. Alright, well, she wants me to go talk to Riku first before we can actually continue that part, but she's not giving me the thing for the spring water. Riku's over here. This is going to trigger a little racing minigame that we have to do. So it's a good thing that I was actually going to explain that that falls down there. So basically, what I'm going to have to do with Riku here is I have to race him from here to the other side. So real quick, general route that I like to take for this, depending on how good I am with my jumps and actually getting ahead of Riku, is you can generally jump across those. You have to jump across that last one that falls down. And then, if you just do that, and then let go, and then you jump, jump, jump. This jump is the one that makes me nervous. There you go. Then we'll touch this. We'll turn around. We'll go back the other way. That's what normally happens to me, and then I end up losing the race. It's always those trees. I always screw up a jump on those trees, so I just want to do a quick practice run. Alright, well anyway, best of luck. If you win, we get to name the ship whatever we want. If we lose, he names it whatever he wants. Hey Sora, how about a race? He wants to name it the Highwind. I want to call it the, Excalibur, please. We'll name it the, the Hapraft? Sure, the Hapraft. I'm incredibly original, as you can see, with all of my naming conventions. Well, I'll name it Hapraft. How about the usual? Let's do it. So apparently they're used to doing this. Now, if you want to skip going down that thing, you can actually just jump across the trees over there on the left, too. I expect to screw up. So if I remember correctly, Riku doesn't jump across the trees on his way there, but he will jump across them on his way back. So I have to be a little careful.
I'm captain, and if you win,
I get to share the Palpu with Kyrie.
Huh?
Deal? The winner gets to share a Palpu with Kyrie.
Wait a minute.
Okay, on my count.
I feel like maybe we should have set those rules a little bit in advance. So one of the big things is Riku can actually get pretty far ahead of you right here. I already knocked the thing down. So one of the things is if he gets on that ladder first, it's a bit of trouble. So as you can see, he was actually going to take the ladder, but I jumped and it made him change direction. See? Every time. Happens every time I do this. I always fall off at some point, just randomly. And if you fall off, then Riku gets a pretty severe lead. So winning is not really in the cards at this point. I think you can still win if... Yeah, I think because he's taking that route, but... Does he actually slow down? I don't remember him slowing down like this. Well, I did win. I actually did. I'm actually very surprised that I won. And if you win, you do get this little pretty stone. Not mandatory to win, but it doesn't hurt to get a pretty stone either. I'm actually very surprised that I caught back up. I don't remember him stopping to walk like that. You can also challenge him to the race again if you really want to. But now I can go talk to Kyrie and get that bottle for the bottled water. Yeah, I've got a really bad track record with jumping on those trees. I always screw one of them up. Every time. But not from the ocean. Alright, and with that we can go... Actually, you know what? Let's just go up here, because this actually puts us right next to the waterfall. We have everything except for the spring water. And then we'll be on to the final portion of Destiny Island. And that'll be a wrap for this video. We have to do everything there was on the island. I'm glad that she strictly clarifies not from the ocean. Alright, we'll just go right back the way we came, and that'll be a wrap for day 2. Again, if you really want to, you can go challenge NPCs for some bonus EXP. Personally, I like to get my EXP in the little next part right here, and you don't really need any of it. I'd say that you don't really hit a hard boss until a little bit later into the game. To the point where you really don't need the EXP from this exact point. But, you know, if it's your first time playing through it, or like me and you haven't played a while, it definitely doesn't hurt. Her face was really creepy right there. And another high potion from her. Alright, now with this, tomorrow's the big day. We should rest up. It's going to be a pretty big combat sequence after these cutscenes.
No, Riku has changed.
What do you mean?
Well...
You okay?
Sora, let's take the raft and go. Just the 2 of us.
Huh?
Just kidding.
What's gotten into you? You're the one that's changed, Kyrie.
Maybe. You know, I was a little afraid at first, but now I'm ready. No matter where I go or what I see, I know I can always come back here. Right?
Yeah, of course.
That's good. Sora, don't ever change.
Huh?
I just can't wait. Once we set sail, it'll be great.
But there's big trouble brewing. Not sure why, but the stars have started blinking out, one by one. That means disaster can't be far behind. I hate to leave you all, but I gotta go check into it. There's someone with a key. The key to our survival. So I need you and Goofy to go find him. Stick with him. Got it? Ho-ho! We need that key or we're doomed. So go to Traverse Town and find Leon. He'll point you in the right direction. Ho-ho! P.S. Would you apologize to Minnie for me? Thanks, pal.
That does not sound anything like Mickey, but it was on voice, so I wanted to do it.
Oh dear.
What could this mean? It means we'll just have to trust the king.
Gorge, I sure hope he's all right.
You're honest. Don't worry. We'll find the king and this key. Thank you. Both of you. Daisy, can you take care of them? Of course. You be careful now, both of you. Oh, and to chronicle your travels, he will accompany you.
Over here! Cricket's the name. Jiminy Cricket at your service.
We hope for your safe return. Please, help the king. You're coming too.
Gorge, Jiminy, your world disappeared too?
It was terrible. We were scattered. And as far as I can see, I'm the only one who made it to this castle.
Goofy.
Oh, right. I gotcha. You mean while we're in other worlds, we can't let on where we're from, huh? We gotta protect the world border.
Order.
Right. World order. Oh, I guess we'll need new duds when we get there, huh?
Hello up there! Gotta get to lunch, True! I'm glad you're ready!
I just can't wait. Once we set sail, it'll be great.
A storm? Oh no! The raft!
Sora! Dinner's ready! Come on down! Sora?
What's that? Riku's boat! And Kairi's!
Alright, so for this first little segment, not really much a point in stopping. You know, you can't actually hurt the Heartless with your wooden sword. As awesome as it would be to save the world with this thing, we need to go get ourselves a little bit better equipped. So Riku's standing over here on this island.
Where's Kairi? I thought she was with you.
The door is open.
What?
The door is open, Sora. Now we can go to the outside world.
What are you talking about? We've got to find Kairi.
Kairi's coming with us. Once we step through, we might not be able to come back. We may never see our parents again. There's no turning back. But this may be our only chance. We can't let fear stop us. I'm not afraid of the darkness.
Riku.
Excuse me if I get a little distracted at this part. My cat is in the room now because he was scratching at the door to get in while I was recording. And now he's in here and he's scratching the door to get out. So, oh, there he goes again. So I may need to step up and away from recording a few times just to, oh, yep, I'm absolutely gonna have to do it. I'm just gonna keep pressing X. The cat has left the recording room. Alright, so at this point we now have a weapon that can actually defeat the Heartless here. What I tend to do most of the times I play through is just kill pretty much until the Heartless don't respawn anymore. And then I just leave the island. They all die pretty quickly. We're gonna get one more cutscene and then we're gonna be ready to wrap up. I think I can get enough EXP to get a level here. You really don't even have to do this. Honestly, just waiting until the next world, probably your best bet. If you even want to stop and level at all. If it's your first time, definitely want to stop and do it if you're playing on Proud Mode, but it's really not necessary. One of the big things that, of course, I'm a little bit frightened about. I said when I normally play Proud Mode, I normally play... Also, you get some potions from this. Potion. But the big thing for me is I'm used to playing with the shield, and I get the second chance skill early on. Because I'm not playing with the level, with the no EXP level 1 mode, I don't, you know, I'm not going to have second chance level 90 because of the choices we made in the first video. So the bigger, more important things are Ripple Drive and Leaf Bracer, since those are going to be things that we'll use to abuse a lot of attack frames later on. Now, normally, again, you can stop and you can kind of try to do aerial attacks on these guys. There you go. Stun Impact and max HP up. Stun Impact we won't have equipped until after I get out of combat here. 30% chance of unleashing a finishing combo that renders surrounding enemies unconscious. So good thing we had 3 AP, because if we didn't have 3 AP, we couldn't even equip that. Now remember, it's only a 30% chance of unleashing that. Not really a great first skill. It's not really all that relevant either. There you go. That's the one. It's a really good finishing attack, too, though. If you do actually get that to pop up, it is a really good finishing attack. Especially because it's AoE, so it keeps enemies off you a little bit. Now, for the sake of time, we are going to just make this the last little pack right here. We're just going to go into the eventual finale of the world. And we just need to step into the secret place, which is now being hidden by a door. Might as well kill everything, though. Not everything on the whole island, because we could go all the way up there, and we'll be here forever. So we're going to trigger the next cutscene here. We're going to fight a boss. Then we'll watch the first cutscene in the next world, find a save point, and then we'll wrap things up.
Kairi!
Sora...
Whoa!
Familiar, yeah? Honestly, this fight's no worse than it was the first time we did it. He does do a slightly different pattern. He's going to start with that orb attack this time instead of He's going to start with an Orbitech this time. I feel like I heard my girlfriend calling me. Instead of the fist punch skill. Doesn't really matter. We're just going to wail into him. And he's going to do the fist punch, and we're going to run up. We'll get some extra tech points on his head. Why not? It's a very quick fight, so... Now, unlike the first time, though, you can actually die on this one. So we want to avoid that, but I guess bonus EXP here is never a bad thing. We will have a couple of extra bad guys on the ground. I tend to just ignore them. If you are playing without the shield by any chance, these guys can be very dangerous to you, though, so... With low defense, and if you didn't get that protect chain that we had. He's going to punch through the ground right here also, so make sure you jump over that little shockwave. There you go. It's like it's nothing. We were pretty over-leveled for this in its entirety. One of the most important things with Kingdom Hearts is trying to get really cool still shots at the end of boss battles, by the way.
Oh? Oh? Look! A star's going out!
Come on, let's hurry. Where's that key?
Hey, you know, maybe we ought to go find Leon. Oh, Donald, you know, I bet you that,
What do you know, you big Toyota?
What do I know? Come on, Pluto!
Huh? What a dream. Ah! This isn't a dream. Oh, where am I? Oh, boy. Do you know where we are? Oh, hey!
And with that, welcome to the second world of the game, Traverse Town. Oh, we can't do that anytime soon. So, this world is going to be... I always remember getting really confused in this world the first time through. However, it is a pretty simple world. This is basically what you consider your basic hub of the game, but it does function as its own world with its own goals as well. As you can see, Titus managed to make it here. One thing I always look at is there's a little mini-game where if you can put out all of the fire here, you actually get little treasure chest. I think I have to get... You can actually do it without any magic, I think, but I think it's a little tougher to do. Also, I keep missing the last one, so kind of sour. Come on now. I know I said I wasn't going to do much in this, but I'm pretty sure you can do this without getting the ice magic first. Well, either way, it's not cooperating. I felt like that one lit back up after I did it. Basically, there must be some secret to opening it. Yeah, it's you'll get rid of all the lights here. More normally, what'll happen eventually is we'll just have ice magic. We'll just pop it, but I'm pretty sure you could do it without ice magic. All the same, we need to go to the save point, which should be right in here. And hey! It's Sid from Final Fantasy VII. I don't know where I am, Sid. Not sure what you're talking about, but this sure ain't your island. So start looking for Riku and Kairi. Well, good luck with whatever it is you're doing. If you ever run into trouble, you come to me. I'll look out for you. Alright, so we're going to hit this save point right here, and we're going to make that a wrap for this video. Oh, so I guess funny little story, since I'm here at the save screen now. So, I like to leave my PS4 on, because my cat likes to sleep on the PS4, because it's warm. And so, I put my controller next to my PS4, and I don't know how he managed to do it, but it would appear that my cat has created a handful of save files. And the weird thing is, look at this, it's 1525, then a bunch of 1527s, then there's a 1528 here and here, and I don't know why. I actually have no idea how any of those things happened, but my cat appears to have attacked my PS4 controller in some way. But anyway, that's going to be a wrap for this video. In the next video, we're going to finish up Traverse Town. We're going to go through some of the secrets, things you have to remember for later, including trinities, as well as certain tricks, especially on the first boss we're going to encounter once we step out of those doors. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for the rest of Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. I'll see you all in the next one, and until then, take care.